Hello and welcome back to Lip Gloss and Ladders. It is Reese here, and I am joined by my lovely co-hosts Ash, Benny, and KB, and we have Gabby behind the scenes. That is love. How are you guys doing today, Ash? How are you feeling this week? Special guest Biggie.
Big cameo. We love to see it. We love to see it. I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm great. Trying to figure out this Maryland weather because I had my air on the week before last, had my heat on this one, and then I got this hoodie on now. I'm hot because it's hot. KVE.
Man,
Kerry, how are you and Big doing today?
We are doing good. It's Sunday, new week, new goals, new mindset. Let's go.
All right, you guys.
absolutely.
So I love that. I love that. New goals, new mindset. Going into this holiday season, right? I hope you guys have your Christmas trees up. Mine has not been up, but it's in the living room in pieces for the last 2 days. So
Staring at
definitely in
it.
the
Staring
holiday
at it.
spirit. Definitely not. We do have a wonderful, great show for you guys today. So today is all about women. Let me say, hold on. Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. I think I'm in the wrong profession. You know, maybe I should be a singer. All right, so I do want to start this week off with something we've all been clamoring for. It had this Friday on SmackDown kicked off the women's US title tournament. The belt that we have been asking for, we have been clamoring for. We are finally getting it. And our first matchup included Bailey, Candice LeRae, and BFAB. So I really do. So it looks like they're sticking to SmackDown. So I do want to get
Yeah.
you ladies' opinion on that. How do we feel about it sticking to SmackDown?
I was a little disappointed that it was sticking to just SmackDown because I would have loved to, even if they did keep it to strictly SmackDown, maybe some wild cards. Like I know Bianca and Jade is in the tournament. I don't know how you guys feel about champions being in these type of tournaments. That it's not my favorite. I'm not opposed to it, but it's not my favorite. So that aspect of it, I would have loved to have seen some NXT wild cards, some Raw, like some people who we just don't see from Raw as well. I feel like it's the mid card belt, so this should be an opportunity for the entire locker room, you know?
I definitely agree on that one. I don't know. I don't know if I'm disappointed. I know the belt might travel. I
Yes.
do support the decision to put it on to a SmackDown Women's Superstar, especially with it being 3 hours. Um, so like, well, since it's moving to 3 hours, so
Yes.
I'm not opposed to it. But like you said, there are some names in here where I'm like, I feel like we could have definitely supplemented with some names we don't get to see on Raw, especially when the Raw Women's Division is a little, at the
Yeah.
moment. Hey, how are you
Especially
feeling
since
about it? Oh, sorry. Go
oh
ahead.
yes. No,
No, go
KB,
ahead.
say what you were gonna say. Oh, okay. So I was gonna
Well,
say
oh, go ahead.
I'm asking KB, go, 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 go.
So while I'm not disappointed that it's us just SmackDown only, because that means it might be the Intercontinental for women's on Raw. But I do
Mm.
agree with the champions, Jade and Bianca, competing. I feel like they should just focus on tag teams because they're the tag champions, of course. But yeah, their wild card could have been a good idea for NXT or even Raw Superstars, because that way the Raw Superstars lose and they're like, no, we got something for you instead, and bring out the mid card for Raw. I think that
Yeah,
all would have worked out. So because it's like NXT got their mid card, SmackDown got their mid card, give Raw their mid card. So yeah,
exactly.
while I'm not disappointed, I just don't feel like the champion should be in it.
That's fair.
I do agree. I do agree. Like I said, we could have. So even if it was, we kept it to this one bracket style. I do feel like we could have mixed it up, well, especially since it is Survivor Series season, and they have been on both shows. The women have been on both shows. I do feel like we could have
Yeah.
definitely mixed it up a bit. And sorry, I'm sorry, Ash, to cut you off, but what were you saying before?
I was gonna say, shout out to BFAB. I feel like having those smaller, like the not as big superstars,
Mhm.
BFAB had a huge spot, and I think that she really delivered. Shout out to BFAB. She did an excellent job in that triple threat match. Bailey and Candice definitely did everything that they everything in their power to make her look like $1 million, and they succeeded in that. So I would love to see like more Electra Lopez's, more BFABs, more, younger talents who haven't really been able to, we haven't been seeing or being featured week to week. I think that that's important too.
I definitely agree. And that was going to be my next point. Like, shout out to BFAB, who was definitely the standout in that. And I think that she has these moments where we don't get to see BFAB often, but when we do, she always capitalizes on what we get to see of her. We saw it at
Yeah.
Mania. We have seen it in the past with her bouts against Electra Lopez, who is another name that's in this tournament who we don't get to see often. It's kind of like people were like, "Oh yeah, BFAB is in this." Like, "Oh, Electra
Yeah,
Lopez, you
literally.
are here." Like, come on over, get some of this like shine. And I do think it does allow the SmackDown women to shine that haven't been showcased. Now with that, I do think that maybe from Raw we could have put maybe a Maxine in there, you know?
Mhm.
Who from Raw, if they did stick to the short bracket style, would you have put into this tournament?
Ivy Nile, Dakota Kai, 100%. Zoe Stark.
For sure. Like you
Plenty of
have so
options for
many.
sure.
Now, I know we said that maybe they introduced the Intercontinental Championship for the women, but do you think that with this, maybe they'll kind of move towards maybe keeping the women's tag titles on Raw? Because it does seem like they are
Ooh.
focusing on stables right now. They are focusing heavily on stables and tag teams, more so on Raw. Is we notice with Pure Fusion Collective, we notice with Damage Control, they are focusing on these stables. So maybe that's what they want to do. But
Yeah.
if that is the case, then it kind of becomes a slippery slope. We have to probably get something for NXT in there as well. They do have their women's mid card, but I think women's tag team titles maybe give
Yeah.
NXT some more. You know,
Yeah.
so I definitely understand. Or maybe they don't want to do two mid card titles and a tag team belt. Who are you guys' pick to win the whole shebang?
My top 3 is Mia Yim, Naomi, and Chelsea Green. Um, I don't know, just I don't know, I just feel like those 3 are the top that I feel like they deserve the most, but, um, I don't know, I can't pick one. It's just I just gotta see how it goes, but, one thing I was pointing out too was that it might be a tag team forming between Mia Yim and B-Fab based off the backstage
Mhm.
segment.
Which could be money. Could be money if done correctly.
Yeah, it could be money if it's done correctly, but that will also probably lead to maybe possibly Bailey versus Naomi at the end, another rematch.
Two friends. That's a good.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I want to
Uh-huh.
ask, how did you guys feel about Bailey winning? Because I know Bailey, she is a pillar. She is a constant in the division. It makes sense for her to go forward. I'm not opposed to it, but I know that a
Mhm.
lot of people were like, it could have been Candace. Like, it would have been cool to see Candace go forward in the tournament.
It definitely would have been cool to see Candice go forward. I do know is she's still the women's speed champion though currently.
Yes.
So they probably I didn't even think that she would go forward in it because of that factor. I knew
Yeah.
BFAT wasn't winning, and I feel like the only option really was Bailey in that
Bailey.
match. Um, but I definitely understand where everybody is like Bailey has had it all, but like Bailey it falls into that trap where she's both like used a lot, but still criminally underrated.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. So I
Yeah.
am not
definitely.
opposed to her moving forward. I wouldn't mind seeing Bailey versus Naomi in the finals of that. I especially now because a lot of their storyline are is based on their friendship. So two friends having to face each other. Maybe that old mean Bailey comes out. Maybe Bianca Belair, who always has her eye on Bailey, was right all along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
Or
that
Naomi
knows?
backstage gimmick.
finally. This is
A
what
breaking point.
finally breaks Naomi. Yeah.
That would be that would be good. Channeling my inner Gabby. Channeling my inner Gabby with my theory. That would be a good breaking point where that does get Naomi to stab. Where it's like I always come close, especially and we'll talk about this a little later, her
Oh
match
my
with
goodness.
Nia. Classic. It's like I'm putting on
Fantastic.
these good matches. I'm making your faves look great. I'm here. I put in the work. I had to leave for you to show me my worth, and then I come back, and then you give these people all these opportunities over me. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it, and it
Yeah.
gives a chance for Team Van Naomi. So I do think maybe at the end of that, if we do see Bailey walk away with that championship, Naomi finally has enough and snaps on everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping Naomi wins, but if we get heel Naomi out of it, I guess it isn't a total loss.
But we don't need Bailey to be the first. Bailey already been the first of the tag championship. So
That's true. That's true.
uh,
I would be so dope to see Mia Yim or Chelsea Green take it. It would be so
yeah,
cool to
It
see
would
that's
Mia
why
Yim
be.
and
my
Chelsea Green
those are my
together.
top three. So it's just, like I said, it's hard to choose. They all have a reason to have that belt. All of them.
Yeah, I agree. And I definitely think with Chelsea Green being the workhorse that she is, she's definitely, I call her the Dolph Ziggler of the women's division. Um, like you can put her anywhere and it makes sense. You can put her in the main picture. You can put her in the tag picture. You can put her anywhere and it always makes sense. And you can put her in any match and she's going to find a way to showcase and shine her true talent. So I definitely agree that that would be a great nod for Chelsea. I think it is time for Mia Yim to get some kind of recognition, like whether it be this or in that tag team with BFAB. And I do think Naomi deserves all the titles, all the belts. She deserves everything.
Yes.
Like
Agreed.
again,
Agreed.
if I look like Naomi, call back to our first episode, I walk in everyone backwards. So
Listen, body tea,
I
body tea,
Body T.
listen.
unprecedented levels of tea.
But like also, I just feel like it will complete the whole thing of like from the Royal Rumble, the last ones who were standing.
Yes.
Naomi is the only one who have not won anything yet. You got Liv, who's the champion
Yeah.
right now. Jade and Bianca tag champions, and Tiffany Miss Money in the Bank. So Naomi is the only one who's like in the last what 7, 10 spots or whatever that did not have a championship yet.
Yep. That's a
I
great call
will
out.
say that is a good call out, especially since they're constantly putting it on forefront that picture. That picture every time one of them wins something, every time one of them gets close,
We get that
that
picture.
picture
Yeah.
resurfaces, and we're reminded that Naomi has not won anything. And I do think, and I'm looking forward to Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Elektra Lopez. I think that's going to be probably the best match of.
Ooh.
I think that's probably going to be the best match of the tournament for sure.
I think so too.
Probably even a contender for women's match of the year. I'm calling it now. Not gonna wish
Yeah.
because
We'll
you
see. We'll
have the
see.
powerhouse.
I'm excited to see Electric Lopez because I was looking at the Iconics playlist I had created, and when they were defending their titles, it was against local talent, and I looked at her like, that's Electric Lopez.
Yeah.
She was there as local talent before actually joining WWE.
That's dope. She's
That
been through
is
the
so.
entire NXT, like she's been through all of it. So I feel like now would be
Mm-hmm.
the perfect time, perfect opportunity to show her powerhouse moveset. So I'm excited.
For sure. You have the powerhouse. You have the speed of Naomi. You have the high flying and the speed and technical ability of Tiffany Stratton. I think that these ladies work together, and we already know that Naomi can make anyone look like a star.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So use that. Speaking of making people look like a star, and Naomi doing just that, her match against Nia this past week on SmackDown was probably Nia's best match since she's returned to WWE.
Oh my
Agreed.
goodness!
Agreed.
Listen,
In my opinion, did you guys think that Naomi had it? Because I was
yes,
like,
Yes, I was super hopeful multiple times, multiple
I
times.
I got anxiety because I was like, okay, she's not going to win this because she's in the tournament, but then like close to the end, I'm like, she might get this.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of match I enjoy is where like you know who's probably going to win, but it'd be like twists and turns where you may think otherwise. So I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah. It's a testament to how good Naomi is.
Hmm.
really is like in the whole, oh Naomi's mediocre. I was like, did you see what she just did? Like, Did
I
you
don't
guys
even
see?
entertain those type of conversations
I
because it's like,
don't.
okay, so then you don't even watch the matches, like you just see the gears, you see the entrance, and then you go
Mhm.
change the
Call it a
channel or
day.
something. Cause
Right.
yeah, because if you think that Trinity cannot wrestle, you don't know what you're talking about. Like legitimately. Period.
Absolutely not. Like, and I just want to say it's a testament to how much Nia puts her trust in her because those moves were not easy. And for Nia to be her size and Naomi to be her size, it's just like Nia put a lot of trust in Naomi just flipping her all around that ring.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen.
Ragdolling.
Yeah, like it. I was watching it. I was thinking like Naomi just does so amazing because it takes me back to when she had the match against Charlotte. She had the match against Bailey. Those matches, like this is why I want Naomi to win because she deserves it. Like she does such an amazing job and she needs her flowers.
The
hundred
pop
percent.
that she received when they thought that it was her time, the pop she got, like that's a test. Like we should just put it on her already. Just give us
Yeah.
what we want. Like stop being difficult. What are we doing?
And don't
Yeah.
make it a here, shut up, and then take the belt away 2 weeks later. Like we don't need another J moment.
We need a
So
run. Yeah, we need a
yes,
run.
we
We
need a
don't need
good
another day
run.
one.
Yeah. Is Naomi the most like natural baby face on the division, like currently? I feel like she might be.
She might be
She might be. Like
naturally
she's
or
just so
Bianca.
naturally over. Or Bianca. Bianca's
Yeah.
probably another one, another huge one.
I mean, I
But
think
she's just so natural. Like it's so naturally likable.
exactly, which is why I'm like, and as somebody who's seen that she can turn it up when need be and be a heel, I'm just like,
Give the people
please
what they
just give us
want.
what we want now. Please, you can still go in the dark and be mean.
Right.
Trust.
Please,
Trust.
like give us what we want. So since Naomi did not take the title off of Nia, who do we think is Nia's next opponent?
Ooh,
Because right
that's a
now
good
it
one.
seems like everybody's busy.
I feel like with Candace and Tiffany both trying to prove their point, it could I still feel like it's gonna end up being Tiffany versus Nia. But I feel like it could go a way of Nia like picking Candace over Tiffany. That could be one way. Or it just
Ooh.
I don't know, Tiffany's just still being there till she cash in. It just gotta be something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, when do we get this iffy cash in? And does she cash in on Nia? That's the question.
That is the question.
There's a new belt, so who knows? A new option for her
True.
as
Option
well.
as well. She loses and then she cashes in on the finals.
That would be talk about
That would
adding
be something.
immediate importance to that belt. That would be adding immediate
A cash
importance to
in
that
for
belt.
it.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen, but
I don't hate it.
you know, hey,
I
okay.
like that actually. Like that makes sense. She did say she wouldn't cash in on Nia.
Say.
So it's just like she said she wouldn't cash in on Nia. So I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe whoever loses the finals is next in line for this title. I'm really drawing a blank at who's going to be next because everybody's in the tournament. Everybody is seemingly focusing on this other belt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
while Nia has a strong arm on the division.
Well, maybe a few gets created from the team from Survivor Series.
Maybe. That's a good point as well.
Because I don't see Liv and Nia going against each other again, but I feel like it's a lot of interference in that match to could have caused it goes back to Tiffany, could have caused issues. And I just feel
Yeah.
like I don't know how just all of a sudden Nia and Liv just back cool. It's just like, okay, common enemy, I guess. An enemy of an enemy is a friend, whatever.
Yeah. True.
We're both mean. Like, okay.
Yeah. Listen, the way
It's like,
Survivor Series came together this year.
yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility, I guess.
Yeah. It makes sense, but at the same time, it's like wanted a little more story to it, a little more meat, a little more
I
meat
feel
on the
like
bones.
It's
I
hard.
feel like Nia getting mad at Tiffany is just adding on to the Tiffany Nia feud. I just feel like it's just little things to me.
Oh
But
yeah, the Tiffany and Nia story is definitely solid. I do think that Tiffany will eventually cash in on Nia. I feel like if she doesn't, it would just kind of be like, what was the point of all of the months and months and months of Nia just being so rude to Tiffany and the
exactly.
Right.
frenemies type dynamic that they have. So it would be cool though to see Candace versus Nia, like a cool program between the two.
Oh, cool. Maybe, like I said, I think maybe Bailey as well. Maybe something because she did insert herself in that match with
Yeah.
Naomi. I mean, I know that Tiffany was out there trying to help Nia, but Bailey did. It was like, well, she has a friend in me. I'm gonna be there if she doesn't have anybody else. So that could be real beef, but it's just like,
That's giving me
Yeah.
like the whole Bianca and Bailey. Oh, you better the trust conversation. That's what I thought of when she
mhm.
came out. Um, that's why I could also see Bailey versus Naomi.
Yeah.
It's just like little things can make these matches go any type of way.
Yeah, that's so true.
So we're just gonna be here to see then.
Yeah.
The finals is December 14th. So is
I'm
that gonna be on
excited.
TV?
What's-
Saturday night main event. Is that gonna be on TV? Okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
believe so.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe
Great.
they're treating it as like a special, not like a PLE, but like a special. I believe
Love
so.
it. Can't wait to see.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope. I hope so. I hope
Yeah, I need
so.
to see that. Yeah, I need to see that.
I hope
Don't make me have
so.
to go over to Long Island now. Nassau Coliseum. I'll head over there real quick.
Like,
It's just a
look,
ferry ride for
top of the
me.
tank. Look. Speaking of what's next for the title, well, we did see that Io Shirai is the number one contender for Liv's title. Do we think she actually takes it off of her?
Not with the bodyguard. I don't know.
No, but I think a banger is afoot.
Yeah.
Agree.
A banger is afoot for sure.
I mean,
100%.
not to be the dead horse, but we all keep saying we need Liv to have a match without any interference so we can see her skills that she has.
This is the opportunity. This
Yeah.
match is definitely the opportunity.
Especially since Io does have damage control, she does have equalizers as well. It's like, yeah, you have this, but I have people too. So I would like to see it. But who do we think actually takes the title off of Liv? I have again Gabby theory
I don't even
about
want to hear.
about how maybe we get the title off of Liv, but I don't know how that's gonna work. Now the Royal Rumble is coming up in January.
Yes.
February.
Now. Oh yes.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
February. So I don't know. I don't think anyone takes the title off of Liv until Mania.
Agreed. I
'Cause
think
I
that's where we're
really
headed now.
Yeah, and I really do think they want to push the Liv Rhea storyline
A little
until
more.
Mania.
I don't have to say anything.
I mean,
Yay.
I'm for it
Woo.
as long as it's not, constantly over Dom.
It's going to be. I feel like,
It gotta be deeper than that. Like
yeah,
It has to be,
it is.
honestly.
The thing is that it is. That's the most frustrating part, is that it is deeper than that, but
Are we
TV and commentary won't acknowledge it.
like because we're forgetting that before any kind of guy was involved, Rhea Ripley betrayed Liv
yeah.
and then
Yes.
injured her and her partner. She put both of them on the show.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that is the bigger. Look, you literally took money out of my pocket. I do not care about this man.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, like
You
that's
stopped
what
my
I'm trying to
bag.
see.
Like I got
Yeah.
dogs to support.
Like I'm supposed to be clocked in right now.
Right. Like you took months of my career, almost a year of my career. It is not
Yeah.
about this man. Um,
I mean, I get the whole I take everything from you. So she took Judgment Day, Dom, and that title, but we can't make the main focus Dom.
Yeah. That aspect of it was gaggy. I would have loved if she was like, she got what she wanted, and then she was just kind of like,
Yeah,
bye. Run
right.
along, Dom. Like that would have been cold, but she's a heel. You know what I mean? Like it's in line with her character to do some smarmy shit like that. So I'm just disappointed. I'm
See, I
just
would have
disappointed with how
loved.
this
I
feud
would. I
played
just would
out.
have loved that if it would have went like her and Finn had this plan all along. Because remember, Finn and Liv was against the Judgment
That's
Day
what I
in the
wanted.
very beginning. So I would love. I would have loved for it to be
yep.
that way. But yeah, that would have been great long term
I
storytelling.
agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I definitely think that. But you know how I. Side note: I am determined to get the Bullet Club back together by any means necessary. When I tell you the way I have fantasy booked myself into a corner of how we're going to get the Bullet Club, it's not even funny. That is a side note. That is for another day. But just know,
It's coming. It'll come.
if I
It's
had it
coming.
my way, that's how war games would end. But that's just me. But we're talking
Ooh,
about
that would
the
be
women
fire.
here. That's just me. Hey,
That would be fire. That would be
that's just
fire. That would be fire.
we'll talk about that when we talk about our war games predictions. But I'm going to get it and disappoint myself while getting it. Trying to fantasy book myself into a corner.
That's a dream. Dream. That's what I always say.
Do you do you think we get a cash in that war game
Ooh.
from Tiffy?
I was, I thought about that. I thought it could be a possibility of Tiffany cashing in, that the heel team will lose, and Tiffany be like, "Oh, Live down, cash in," or Nia down, cash in. I don't
I
know.
like the
I'm just
idea.
saying.
I think it's very very different. It's nothing that we've ever seen before, at least from the women. So I'm with it. I think I would more so like a rumble. What Gabby
Hmm.
said a couple weeks ago. I would love like a rumble or something.
But also, I keep saying this,
Same.
like, there has not been a failed cash in from the women's yet. Will Tiffany be the first?
You think Tiffany could survive that?
I
That's a
don't.
good question.
Well,
Because that's they're building her to be the next. That's a
no,
big loss. Yeah, that's a big loss.
So my
Mm,
question is, based off the previous failed cash in, is it like would that be a punishment?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm trying to think
that's a
of
good
like
punishment.
the past failed cash ins. Otis just lost his in a match, and then I think Baron Corbin failed his. So I was wondering, like, are these punishments?
I'm not sure because Austin failed too, didn't he?
No, he did the U.S. title.
Oh, okay. I forgot how he got his title.
He got the U.S. title, which is
Like, okay.
a punishment. Let's be real. We have to get this out of it. Let's be real. Like,
Because it wasn't a big
T.
dog. I got you.
like,
Yeah.
Let me.
who you thought you was taking that title off of?
Yeah, during that time, that was
I
not.
do feel like if she has a failed cash in and it leads to a good feud that's written right, then it may still build her up. But I definitely, that's why I kind of wanted Chelsea to win, because I feel like she can have a failed cash in and still eat.
That's
True.
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 That's true. Her
It
character will survive it.
it
Yeah.
would be. I feel like the only way Tiffany would survive it is if it's like Nia just like annihilates her. Like Tiffany just goes straight face, like to the point where it's like I felt bad. Like I felt bad watching that. Like that's like the only way that I could see it going further or turning into something more for Tiffany.
I am pretty high on Tiffany Stratton, the character.
Same.
I've
Hmm.
always been really high on her since NXT. I've always been a believer. I don't think she can survive a failed cash in, because when she lost to Becky Lynch for the NXT title, I thought it was over.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was a dark that was a hard loss.
I thought it was over. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever been that mad. Yes, I have. I definitely have been that mad like that before, but I have, but not in a while. That mad
Yeah.
at a title change.
A
Like
title change. Plus rematch. Yeah, it was
I was.
They did it so Becky can have the
Oh
belt.
my,
All four horsewomen.
she didn't need it.
yeah.
She don't.
She didn't need it, and she didn't need to get it off of her.
Literally.
She didn't need it off of Tiffany. That's my opinion. If she was going to get I'm not. It's in certain circumstances where I'm a fan of main roster talent coming down to NXT, and having programs. But I am not a you need to win anything kind of person. Like when Baron Corbin did it, it worked for me. When
Yeah.
Natty comes down, when she used to come down and stuff like that, it
Yes.
worked for me. Like,
Mia Yim, it
Mia
but
worked
Yim.
for me.
yeah, it worked for me.
That was
Yeah,
a
with Jada
perfect,
Parker.
yeah, perfect,
Now
perfect
that
example.
those were some matches, right? So,
Yes.
and even if they win something, right, like that, it's just Becky Lynch. The man Becky Lynch is coming off of how many main events at WrestleMania? How many PLE main events is she coming off of? She did not need to win it. I was upset when Charlotte won it too.
And
Oh,
she retained at that retention at Mania against Rhea.
like you won the Royal Rumble for the NXT title. That's the only
Yeah.
thing. It's like you're Charlotte. Like you did not have to get this title.
Yeah,
That you
like come
already
on.
had.
Like come
Charlotte.
on.
But
Like
again,
come
it
on.
got Rhea at Mania. It did get the NXT title on Mania, and let's be real, Charlotte like really did elevate that division during that.
She
By
did.
doing that, she did. Um, that's my identity. I still don't like it. So I thought
It's hard.
that
It's
would
tough.
have ruined. I honestly thought that ruined Tiffy. Like, well, it was going to. So, but I think a failed cash in. It would, yeah, when
Yeah, it's kind of like
it would
WWE
hit.
saying like you're not the guy. Like you're not, or at least you're not the guy right now. You know?
Okay.
I think it would be a very big halt. Like you said, like it has to be something where it's like she got absolutely destroyed.
Demolished. Yeah.
And we would have to lead up to she would have to win the title at Mania for me. If she doesn't cash in at
Yeah.
Mania, she would have to win at Mania and get like a shining. Because again, we know that the fact that Tiffany Stratton has only been doing this for what total 3 years is crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be this good at all.
I know.
So she would have to win it in probably like an all-out drag-out classic for it to. So, and
Yeah.
again, will she be fine? Yes, but I don't think that main level status will recover for about a year.
Yeah, it'll be hard to get that
So
type of shine back.
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to fail at cash in. I do think that. Here's my theory.
Lay it on me.
Now, this, and I know this is going to sound shocking coming from me. I'm not saying I want this to happen, and this is going to sound shocking coming from me. I think Rhea wins the Rumble, and that's how we get her live
You
at
know,
Mania.
I think you're right. Or Chamber. I think you're right. I wouldn't mind if she won Chamber.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if Rhea won Chamber. But
Right.
it seems as though she is like a not like a top spot right now for another Rumble win. She's
Now, if
definitely
Naomi
primed
don't
for
win
it.
the U.S. title, I would want her to win the Rumble.
Ooh, that would be so great. That would be so great.
Same.
Yeah, that's literally
Same.
if Naomi doesn't win, the next agenda we move
Yeah.
is Rumble.
Something.
Yeah, something, please.
Now that is a theory I have. I don't know if I went again. I love Rhea. I think it is someone else's time to win the Rumble, but I mean, like, if someone's gonna win the Rumble, why not Rhea? Like,
Yeah,
or even
yeah,
a Bianca, maybe. Like,
If
again, but
Bianca or Rhea
that is
win, they'll be the first 2-time winners.
Yeah.
So I do think that Rhea wins normal. And maybe that's how we get it because it's like she broke her orbital bone, so she's off TV for a while. And it was rumored again. Rumors are just rumors that they want Rhea and Liv at Mania, and I do think
Yes.
that can culminate at Mania, and that's the only way to get us there without it being like,
Still about
okay,
Dom.
again, are these
Yeah.
the only two women on
Yeah.
Raw? Right, like are these the only two women on Raw? I think it separates things. I'm not gonna say it because I think it's still a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say it. But
Yeah. You talk
I
tomorrow.
think
I got
that
Yes.
yeah, it gets. Which again, also side note, sorry, if you post spoilers without a spoiler alert or without being cautious of it, you're raggedy. And I hope your charge always has a short name because how dare you?
you. You know what? And you know what's crazy? It. I wasn't even thinking when my girl had posted like I got a spoiler. I was at the show and I text her like, "What happened?" She told me. Then I sent it to y'all and I was like, "Oh, that's a spoiler. My bad." So make sure
I
before.
mean,
But you
Yeah.
also, but you also literally went through and generously was like, "This is a spoiler," and made it so that we could make the decision ourselves
To
to
open it.
not see
yes.
it.
But you know what? I forgot. I was not thinking that people was gonna post it because like 5 minutes later, the
It was
videos are
everywhere.
uploaded, and I'm like, I'm thinking I had the tea for a minute. I forgot everybody else and mama was there.
If you post spoilers without a spoiler alert, you're raggedy.
Please, please put spoiler alerts. But I have a question.
Answer.
How do we
And may your iced
feel
tea never get.
about how do we feel about Rhea's booking this past year? Do you think she's booked too strong? Do you think that her being booked so strong has kind of like hindered this Liv and Rhea feud to an extent?
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's unfortunate.
I'm not gonna say too strong, but I think that there are some things that I understand she lost because they did really protect her. But my thing is, like, you want her to be a face, and like even with Priestess also falls into that as well. Like you want the Terra twins to, they're supposed to be getting beat up. It's 17 of them versus
Yes.
you
Yes.
two. Like y'all are supposed to be,
Yes.
they are supposed to be getting their ass handed to them, and they keep coming out on top. So it's just like, how am I supposed to believe that Liv, even though she is a formidable opponent to Rhea, is a formidable opponent to Rhea if she keep getting
Yeah.
whooped on?
Yeah. I didn't think that at first, but then when Raquel came in, they added the element of Raquel and Rhea just light work. When Raquel is supposed to be billed as this powerhouse who's comparable to a Bianca Belair, comparable to a Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. So I was just like, I don't know what's going on at this point with the story, man. I don't know what they're
Right.
doing. I don't know what they're doing.
How I'm supposed to think she tossed Rhea up somewhere?
Yeah. It's just
You know how I feel about Back and her gimmick.
Miss
Like I
Bionic
don't
back
know,
herself.
right? Like she got a nice back, and she rides a motorcycle sometimes. And she does
She came back
this.
even more nothing. Like she came back even
Not
with
that
less of
pose.
a character. She came back with even less of a character, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
But no Tino Shade.
But again, Carlito, the savior of everything. Carlito's just happy to be here. I will say I am enjoying how Carlito is like messing with her, and it's like that is showing me some of her personality, where she's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
like
Please do it. Yeah.
finally, because like I noticed your girl, but like Pops, what
Unc, what you doing here?
Like, get a
like
little this way. Like, come on.
this guy, like again, gowns, beautiful gowns. She's a pretty.
Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous gowns. Oh
I
man.
do think though, like, but her booking in NXT, I was never a fan. So um I'm trying not to be hard on them, especially because I wasn't high on her in NXT either. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And it's always she's somebody's muscle and then she's pushed to the forefront. But I'm just like, you're a bodyguard. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I think some NXT time going back down there during this era could do Raquel good.
I
Could do
agree.
Raquel
And I
some
do
good.
think, and then as soon as she was getting the momentum, her, she had that flare
She had
up.
those
As soon
flare ups. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm always going to be supportive, whether I care for a talent or not. I'm always going to be supportive of someone coming back and overcoming an injury or something that put them on the
Oh
shelf,
yeah.
especially to do what you love, But
Yeah.
that time away hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
It really did. It really did,
So,
unfortunately.
but maybe she can redeem herself. I definitely think, but I do think top 3 Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
I think she's going to be,
Nate.
yeah, I do.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
I can see that thing and it being kind of causing maybe a little tension where it's like Liv is like, wait, if she win, what title she gonna go for?
It's like
I'm out. Like, wait a minute.
like hold on.
So
Hold on.
More tension in the Judgment Day if it's still together, because
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't know
see.
what's going on there.
ooh, ooh, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. All right, top 3 Royal Rumble. Maybe they come down to Rhea, Raquel again. I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm saying this will be a little bit more digestible for me. All right, Leah, not Leah, Rhea. I'm sorry, wife. Don't
I
be
do it
mad at
too.
me. Sorry,
I
wife.
do
Oh
it.
my goodness. I'm gonna have to sleep on the couch tonight. Um,
Oh my goodness.
I'm really weak.
they're the last 2. Raquel and Rhea, last 2. So Liv is like, what's going on here? Because one of them have to win.
Yeah.
She doesn't want either one of them to win because it's like, okay, that's my friend. I don't want her to win to take my title. I, no, and I don't want her to win to take my title. So
Interesting. I like that. I
that
like
could be
that.
interesting. But
She
I
gonna be
don't know.
stressed.
She gonna be stressed. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do think that where SmackDown and Raw kind of struggle is the women finding time and their footing because I know that they went back to 2 hours, but they're going back to 3 hours for both shows. And we have plenty of women, and their women's division on the main roster is stacked. And I feel like they could take some notes from Mr. Chef Michaels himself. Because look at how well the NXT women are showcased. So that brings us to my next point.
Yeah.
There is a report that comes out after every show, like after all the shows are done, that shows the percentage of time that the women got on each show. I know that they have Raw, they have SmackDown, they have Dynamite, they have Collision, and they have NXT. And continuously every week, NXT continues to showcase their women the most and by a high margin. I think last week it was 50% of the show was the women. So out of a 2-hour
Wow.
show, 50% of the show were the women.
Yeah.
And I think that Michaels has really mastered that formula of having these women being showcased. I know these names. I'm not like, oh, who was that again? And even if I am, I know I saw her last week.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
And right now, the NXT Women's Division is so stacked, which is why I'm excited about the Women's US title. I thought it would be like one of those, it travels to all 3 shows
Yeah.
because the pure talent there is just insane. Who are some of you guys' favorites right now from NXT? Ash, let's start with you because NXT is your jam.
Right.
NXT is my jam. So as of right now, I'm really, really loving Tatum Paxley, Lash Legend. I as of right now, I have all my stocks in Lash Legend. That is my
Mhm.
girl. I love her. She's fantastic. Carmen Petrovic is really, really dope. Jada Parker. I feel like the rise of Jada Parker this past year has been insane. The
She's
way
a
that
mess.
she has been able to rise up the division to the point where Sean is like, no, I need to make a pocket for her to where she can be featured on television weekly and she can continue to build her star and momentum to the point where people are saying that she should win the Iron Survivor Challenge. And we have people like Julia, Zaria, yeah, Zarya is her name, and Stephanie Vacquier in this match. So I feel like that's a testament to how good the PC is. That's a testament to how
Mhm.
good Jada Parker is. Jakara Jackson, someone else who has been getting really, really good very, very quickly. There's so many women. And on top of that, like because of the arrival of these three women, it's like bittersweet because there were some women who were Izzy Dame really starting to cook. But now that we have
Mhm.
like the arrival of these huge, massive stars in the division, we're starting to see a little bit less of the other women who are coming up. So I'm hoping that we
They found a
can
balance.
keep the balance. Yeah, we can keep the balance going because right now it's perfect. But I'm starting to see. I'm like, where we have not seen Izzy Dame on NXT in
It's
like
true.
like a little, yeah, a
For a minute.
while
Yeah.
now.
Wow. Like since I think she did some stuff on NXT, not NXT, TNA.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's it. I think that's the last time. I'm kind of
It
yeah.
makes sense though. It makes sense though because these women, they were big gets for WWE, and so they want to make sure that they have that WWE shine on them. So I get it. I get it.
Their signings really remind me of the Kenta Devitt Steen signings. How when we got Kenta, we got Prince Devitt, we got Kevin Steen all at once. So I feel like that is on that same level here. So I am excited. Like you said,
Yeah.
I hope that homegrown talent does not get the short end of the stick. And we did see that with that big signing as well. Normally, when it's something where we've all been clamoring for it, like this is exciting. This is a whole new era of women, and
Yeah.
like
Exciting
this
time.
is
Exciting
like
time.
where we're like, oh,
And
the
different.
biggest gets are.
Yes,
Mhm.
and different types of women. That's like my favorite thing about NXT. There are so
Diversity.
many
Yeah.
different, diverse types of women down there to where anybody could latch on to a different character, surely because of their personality. I think that that's so dope and super special, and something that needs to come back in the main roster as well. Like I want to see personalities across the board. We see it from the main stars, but we don't see it as prominently as we do in NXT.
That is true. That's very true. I'm excited about this new era. Also, side note, I need to apologize to Tatum Pax. Every time I see her, I have to apologize to her. I was not familiar with your game. Um, every time I
A
see her,
real
I'm just
hooper,
like, how did I sleep on her for this long?
a real
Who are
hooper,
your
real
favorites? Who are
hooper.
your favorites? She gets
Um.
down. She gets busy.
Yeah. While we're on her, we're going to say Tatum Paxley as well. Like as when I first started watching NXT, shout out to Griff. He like pay attention to her. Like she got my attention, and I started watching. I'm like, yeah, she's great. Like I'm for Tatum Paxley, and of course Jada Parker. She has my attention. Of course, I just love when she gets on that camera and speak. Like it's just the confidence there. It's
Yeah,
not no other to me. And when she just gets better in the ring, she's going to be a force to reckon with. And of
absolutely.
course the Meta Girls. Those are my favorites.
Of course. Very high on Lash
What's
Legend
your
as well.
favorites?
Like so very high on Lash Legend. I love tall black women. So
I'm a simple woman. A tall black woman
Period.
speaks. I
simple
listen.
woman.
Yeah, yeah. you know.
Like I love tall black. Who's my favorite rapper? Megan Thee Stallion. I love tall black women. Listen, so I'm definitely really high on Lash Legend. I hope that when she does make the transition to the main roster, they let her keep her show. I
Yes.
just think that
Oh
is
yeah.
so like she has the mic skill, she has the comedic time, and she has the strength. She has the ability. Jakar is coming up there. Like that injury did kind of like, put a
To her.
stunt on it, but not by much. Like that didn't stop her from being able to go. Jada Parker, I'm really high on her. I feel like she's one of the best speakers in the women's division we've seen since AJ Lee, honestly. Um that's and honestly it's not even that close. If we're talking
She's
about
so
it.
good. She's so good.
And
She's
so
great. Like
It's just so natural. It's just so natural.
I have to watch it like more than once because it's like wow.
for sure.
It's
And I do understand where a lot of people are coming from with like her in-ring ability. She is a little green. But if you think about the fact that she's only been doing this since what 2022, because she just
20,
graduated
yeah, 22.
college.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like not even 3 years at this
She
point. So for her to be as good as she is. Also, I do want to say I know people have a problem with her finishing move. I don't. Um, if a soccer player is coming at me with their lower body, I'm assuming that it's gonna hurt.
Have you
Right.
seen her legs? Have you seen her legs? Like
Like I'm
that would
sorry.
it logistically it does look like it would hurt. But I just love how in kayfabe, Jada Parker's ass can break a
It's like being
wall,
kicked by a
break a
horse.
ladder, break a barricade. Like
Mhm.
that's just pleasing to me. Like that just makes me that just amuses me. In kayfabe, and ass can do all that.
Same. Her body's
Like
almost as
I
big as
love that.
mine, but
No, I literally like
it's
do
it's
that.
almost
Like
as
I'll
big as
do that to my
mine.
husband, and I'll be like, take that, like shades of Jada Parker. Shades of Jada Parker. Hip checking my husband around the house.
I know it's so true.
Joe, if you need help, blink twice.
Listen, I be doing moves on him. Oh my goodness.
She be don't jump in.
Right? She's
No,
gonna
she
jump
does. She
in.
does. She fight for her
She's like, hold
father.
on, wait.
Yeah, she fight for her father.
Right. Like hold on.
Like, wait a minute.
Hold on, y'all.
You leave me for an hour to talk to them. He stays with me.
Real. They in the room right now, keying it up. Keying it up.
Right, talk
Plotting.
about
They
you.
plotting. Right. They plotting on your
They
revenge.
plotting there.
But walk in, get hit with the 1D. Oh my
No,
god.
but seriously, but it's kayfabe that Jada Parker's ass can break these things, but is it really? It's not that far off. Because
I
it
believe it.
is this way. It's known that women we only do train our lower body. Like, ask me to carry my groceries up the steps, I can't. But I'm pretty sure I can pull a car with my leg
If needed.
if needed. And like, you want me to do something? You want me to open a jar? Oh, out of my scope, out of my realm.
Can't help you there, big dog.
But like, she's a soccer player. If honestly, I'm running away. Like if a soccer player is coming at me with her legs, that's like being kicked by a mule. I'm good.
Yeah. That's out. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Another person I'm really high on is Gigi Dolan. Like
Haven't
I
seen
miss
her in a
her.
minute. She's injured.
Yeah.
She's injured. Mhm.
We
I
miss her.
do miss her. I miss her. Now, like with her, Jessie J, they are perpetually in NXT, though it seems.
Oof. I want more for JC.
Yeah.
I want more for JC. I want more for JC. I can't lie.
Well, let's do a little bonus round here. What NXT girls would you put in the Rumble? Who do you think will go in the Rumble? Because there's so many. All of them are so recognizable.
Yeah.
They never have them off TV long.
Ooh, I have
Even
a
when they're
wild
not
card.
wrestling, they're on TV.
I
Oh,
have a
I want to
wild
hear your
card
wild
pick.
card. I have a wild one. I have a wild card
I would love to see
too.
Thea Hale. I would love to see Thea Hale.
That is.
I feel like
Yes.
I feel like her Guys, please go and watch
Yes.
clips of this girl wrestling. She's so underutilized in the division right now, but her match against Roxanne, to me, definitely, I have to
Right.
rewatch it, but is a match of the year contender. They at Great American Bash, they tore the house down. Like they tore the
Tia
house down.
Hill has just got her just got permission to drink. Like I
And she's
think
this good.
that is something that we should. She got signed. She was still in high school when she got signed.
Yeah,
Like she's making her college decision. Like
literally.
your
I didn't know she
license
was that
just got turned
young.
this way. Please, like slow down. Like
It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel
so
like in another year
crazy.
she's gonna be like the polishing on her is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane.
Insane. Like I didn't even
But
realize
most
that.
fun character to play on 2K as well. Most fun character to play on 2K as well. I be
Yes,
having a ball playing Thea.
really, I'm high on her. She has the energy. She has and then also it's very underrated to have that much energy in the ring, like and jump around like that and be good. That
Yeah,
burns out so much energy, especially in the ring where everything hurts. And for you to keep going that hard and that tough, like
that's that young blood.
Right.
That's that young blood.
KB, what about you?
I don't know. There's so many good options. Because I want to say the Meta Girl because they already been up on the main
Right.
roster. Um,
But they
I
might
want to
be
say
called
that could be their call up.
their full call up.
Ooh, yeah.
Could be.
I heard they're waiting for Noam to come back from injury.
Okay. But let
They
me
call
think
you.
somebody else. Who else? Huh. I don't know. I think I'm just for the Meta Girls. Maybe Tatum. Has Tatum? No, Tatum hasn't been there
No.
yet.
That'd be
No,
cool too.
I need
That'd be
Tatum
cool.
to come up. I need her in a program against Nikki Cross's character from Y6 immediately. But that's just I need a spooky, creepy, like I need something.
Battle of the
So
Spooky.
let's see. I think they normally call up about 3 to 4 girls. So if I had to put I'm gonna do 3. My initial 3. That's 4. 3. 4 flow. Sorry, bro man. 4. 5th flow. Sorry. I'm gonna do 3 in a bonus. So I think I'm not gonna do the meta girls because I think maybe they might be up. So I'm not gonna count them
Okay.
Okay.
because hopefully they'll be up by then. Hopefully
Yes.
they'll be up.
Yes.
I think they'll be up by Raw on Netflix. Hopefully we can actually watch it.
And
Oh.
not be seeing a picture
Right.
the whole time.
Film through a
Right.
can.
I'm gonna go with Jada Parker, Soul Ruka.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need a highlight. We need a highlight reel. And because then it's kind of hard because it's like you have Stephanie, you have Julia, and you want to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna do Jada Parker, Julia,
Ooh.
Soul Ruka. Those are my top 3. That's why I think I'm gonna do it because we have to get a Julia, maybe Kyrie.
Yeah, that's so
Bear
true.
down, we have to.
Yeah, that's so true.
That Soul Snatcher
Maybe
is
a
beautiful.
Julia.
Yeah, to see her do it, at Rumble would
I
be
love
sick.
that.
Even
That's up
though
there.
they don't.
That's one of my favorite.
That is one of my favorite moves because I it's like, how do you do that?
Yeah,
I look at
and the
her
way
all
she can
the
do
time.
it from anywhere.
Yeah, now she can get somebody
so
out the
cool.
ring that way.
Yeah,
Oh.
it literally comes out of nowhere.
You know that's definitely something that she would try to figure out
Period.
a unique way to get somebody out the ring.
Yeah, I will
That
pop if she does that.
yeah,
Like,
I need to see that. And then for sure, my wild card is Ariana Grace. I am high on her. I love her.
Oh, some comedic. Yes,
I
love
love
that.
Ariana Grace.
That's a good pick. That's a good
I
pick.
love her. Her and Chelsea Green. Oh, Give me what I want, please.
Yes, yes.
I
That short
need
thing
it. She went to her dad's school for facial expressions. I love her. I'm so high on Ariana Grande. I love her.
she's
So that's my
excellent.
wild card.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
they'll call up more. The divisions are so stacked. I couldn't even book a rumble at this point.
Yeah. It's a
It'd
little
be like the
interesting.
year anniversary though for a Rumble.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We have to do like a big chat this year.
We gotta do something.
Yeah.
That'd be
Might as
A
well
fun.
little
get
rumble
started.
party. Little rumble watch party.
Cute. Oh, I think but all in all, I do think that we are in good hands with this women's division. I do think that we're being fed.
Yes.
And not chicken nuggets, but pasta.
Period. Pasta and
Just
lobster.
on one show we're being fed steak and potatoes. Right. And watercress, maybe a nice
Just
wedge.
buttercrust.
But I do think that I'm sorry. But that concludes our show, you guys. Like, I'm so excited to see what's going on with the division. Sound off. Let us give us some picks of who you want from NXT to be in the Royal Rumble. Who is your pick to win the Women's US Championship? Let us know. Sound off. And also, don't forget to put down that lip gloss and pick up that ladder, and we'll see you next week. Oh wait, I almost didn't tell. Where can they find us?
Oh yeah.
Ash,
So you can find me at Benny's Block _ on Instagram.
Ash, where can they find you?
Oh, at Benny's Block
KB?
_ on Instagram.
My bad, you kind of froze. I thought you were still talking to Ashley. Find me at Meticulous Key.
And you can find me at Genius Ree. I think it's this
Yay!
Oh yeah, so you're right. Okay,
3 weeks late. 3 weeks later, I got it right, y'all. All right, you guys. Now, again, this time, it really concludes our show. Bye, guys.